Hey everyone, welcome once again to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings. This is your emotional exchanges. Hi, I'm Oberon, and this is my outlook for the next week ahead on all things emotional. Well, maybe we're going to focus a little bit more lately on love and relationships, especially the primary ones. So I do that by reading one card for each sign of the zodiac, and I'm using the Enchanted Tarot by Monty Farber and Amy Zerner, who have a wonderful wealth of divination devices, and we love them dearly. So that's very cool. So we're going to get started in a moment, but first I'd like to also read a collective card for everyone. And normally I use a particular deck for that, but because we're also celebrating Halloween, sort of, all month long at TFT, we're going to have little elements of Halloween in there. So today, for the collective, I am going to use the Santa Muerte Tarot, kind of like an oracle too. They also have a separate oracle. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that card. And this is for everyone, and we apply it as much as we can to the emotional facts of your life. And it won't be hard. We have the reversed Wheel of Fortune. So I'm going to put that up there. And when it comes to our emotional lives and our loved ones who we love the most, we may have to get used to some new circumstances and face the changes that are moving ahead with time. It may be that certain opportunities have faded from us romantically or emotionally, and we just need to consider how we move on, changing as always the wheel does. If we don't continue this movement to be fluid or changeable, we become blocked and we become lazy about all these things, and we take other people's cares and emotions for granted. And we don't really want to be like that. So I'm back to the regular part of the reading then. And once again, I'm going to read one card for each sign of the zodiac. However, I'm going to do it by the elemental associations. So instead of those starting where I normally have at air, I'm going to start and go in reverse with earth. So earth signs, this part of the reading is for you. Okay. And of course, I'm reading first for the earth sign of Taurus. And Taurus has the Hierophant. And Taurus is looking for order in their romantic life. They want to be able to count on certain things. They want things to fulfill the ideas of what they feel society or tradition sees as valid or appropriate for love or for coupling. So now we move on to Virgo. And Virgo has the Emperor. And Virgo is seeing themselves being really in control of their emotions and therefore their romantic life. If there is any particular situation about looking for love, you're the one in control, I think, Virgos. If it's about a love that already exists, it may be saying that you're the person who really is in charge in terms of taking it to the greater levels. Final earth sign, Capricorn. The Two of Pentacles. Capricorns in the ways of romance maybe have more than one idea going on right now. Maybe there's a duality. Maybe some of us are in the dating game, or maybe we're in more fluid relationships, and so we may be thinking about how we manage to have more than one strong love going on at a time. If that doesn't apply to you, it could also just be talking about being very much in love, but having very much other more worldly conditions to deal with. And so Capricorns may be really finding that they're working on their balance, mostly on maintaining those spheres of their life as best they can. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the water signs. You know, the only thing about the Enchanted Tarot is that it is a little bit hard to shuffle. I think when I was younger, because I've had it for quite some time, I could handle it a little bit better. So I'm going to have to keep working at it. But we are on to the water signs now. First up with the water signs is Cancer. Cancer has the Ten of Wands. Their relationship, their love life to have some struggles or have some sense of oppression. It may be that some of the Cancer people don't feel they're understood in a romantic connection to the way that they could really feel they have an autonomy. Like maybe some Cancers might feel that their partner or their partners don't give them a sense of agency they need. It's also possible, too, that maybe Cancers who are without a relationship sort of feel this way, too, that they have no control or agency over how their love life may be proceeding, that maybe there are just certain conditions that are stopping that or oppressing that. So then we move to Scorpio. And Scorpio has a much more dynamic outlook for this week. They have the King of Swords. And I think Scorpios feel that if they're pursuing romantic or relationships, they really feel they're not just in charge, but I think that they understand all the balances, all the parts of the process to really determine how to make that best decision. And it's not just about making a decision that's for themselves, that they really look at their relationships or these emotional situations they're in this week as that this is kind of a geas to them. This is an obligation to do the best. So then finally we're going to move to our Pisces friends in the water signs. And Pisces has the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles suggests to me that Pisces are having an emotional, harder time this week. They may be feeling like there's something wrong. There's no support for them in terms of how they're trying to balance or achieve relationships. They may feel that there's someone that they're really strongly interested in, and that person just doesn't seem to have a clue that they're alive, that somehow they exist in different worlds, although the Pisces feels strongly about this position or this person or the situation that they would become involved. So now we're going to move on to the fire signs. At last, fire signs. The card for Aries. The Nine of Swords. In matters of relationships or romance, Aries may find themselves thinking about others' problems that are emotional or affective stronger than their own. Or maybe they're thinking that there are certain people who are trying to convince them to support them in their struggles, but yet the key seems to be that it's more of an abstract for the Aries, that they may feel sympathetic, but they really don't have much authority here, and that they would be better off not trying to put their emotionality into this situation. So the short story would be stay out of drama. So then we move to the Leos. The Leo has the Ace of Pentacles. And I think the Leos are really going to love something new, enterprise, or beginning. I don't think it's about relationships necessarily. I think it's more about starting some sort of project, something that represents really where your heart and desires go to. So it may affect people, but it's really what the situation is, the project, the endeavor. Maybe it's arranging a visit to somebody if you have a long distance relationship, or due to circumstance don't always connect. So it could be things like that. So good luck and have fun, Leo. And then finally, the Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, you hit the jackpot. You have the Nine of Hearts, and of course the hearts are cups in tarot, but in Amy and Monty's deck, they're the hearts. And I love this card always. I love all the hearts cards in this deck, the Enchanted Tarot. So basically, Sagittarius, you're getting your dream come true. If it's about relationships, romances, you're feeling the pleasure quotient is quite high. It's nearly a perfect situation for you in terms of love and relationships. If you're married and just have children, maybe this is saying that a child or a grandchild really pleases you, or will come to please you, or show their love for you and make you feel really warm. So things like that, of course. So now we will move on to our final, the air signs. And I thank you, air signs, for letting me reverse the order. Air signs, of course, are intellectual. And, of course, one of those air signs is ruled by Mercury, which is currently retrograde. But a lot of other planets are right now, too. 5, 6, 7 of them. I'm not sure if the total. So it's very likely that every one of the signs or within the elemental association have these retrograde effects going on. I know that I have several possibly. So, and I'm a water sign. All right, air signs, we're almost there. Thank you for waiting. Here we go. Air signs, Gemini. What's up for Gemini? And we have the Seven of Pentacles. And Gemini may kind of be sort of taking the view in. Gemini may not necessarily be very concerned with relationships or romance at this time, but it may also be that they're feeling very content that what they have tried to cultivate in terms of love and relationships and pleasurable things that fill their hearts is succeeding. And mostly what this would say, though, is that to some degree, Geminis still feel that they can enjoy most things on their own terms, and that maybe sometimes they don't really need to have super deep emotional connections with people to find ways on how they express their love and their gratitude. Libra. And once again, this one comes up this time for Libra, the Nine of Swords. So it's about the same thing pretty much. It may be indicating that for this week ahead, the Libras may feel there's drama around them that tries to draw them in. And it has the danger, like maybe I didn't say this as clearly for the other sign, was that Leo or Sagittarius, that the drama aspect doesn't really involve you, and it's going to be emotional, and maybe your role is to be supportive, but maybe your role is also to just be there on the other side. And then finally, our last card, our last sign of the Zodiac, and it is Aquarius, because it is the dawning of the age. Never mind. And we have for Aquarius the Ten of Pentacles. And I think the Aquarius really find that they love their home life the most at this time. Whether you share your home life with your primary relationship or whether you're part of a household with other connections to that household, a child, somebody that just lives there, or a friend, roommate kind of thing, you're really going to feel this too. You're going to feel like You love your family. You love whatever that connection is, that way of feeling secure and in a foundation that supports you. There is an intimation maybe that financially this really helps you out, and that maybe that's part of where the love comes from, that you just feel so secure, and there's nothing wrong with that. So thank you for watching my exchanges, my little Halloween first episode. I'm going to use different deck for the collective reading, so I may use things like the Ghost Tarot or the Vampire Tarot or something like that, just to be in the festive spirit. But we also have some other Halloween activities going on. We're doing on our Twitter and Facebook platforms Wednesday haikus, so check those out if you will. And there'll be other various specials or special episodes of our regular programming, plus maybe a little bit of hijinks on the live streams. So thanks for watching once again. This is Oberon, hoping you have a emotionally fulfilling week. Bye-bye.